Good morning, students. I hope all are fine, and I hope you watched the previous videos also. So, in the previous class, we started this new chapter, that is Kingdom Animalia, right? And there we discussed about the classification of Kingdom Animalia, right? And what are the characters they consider for the classification of Kingdom Animalia, right? So, as per that, the first three characters we explained and we studied, that is a level of organization, and the second one is diploplastic as well as triploplastic organization, and the third one is patterns of symmetry. Okay, so as per these characters, they have classified the kingdom Animalia, right? Okay, and today's session we are supposed to discuss regarding three more characters. The first one is coelom, the second one segmentation, and the third one is notochord. So as per this character also, they are going to classify the organisms which is present in kingdom Animalia, right? Okay, let us go on one by one. The first one is coelom, right? Okay, so the first character is coelom. So what is this coelom? Coelom means actually cavity. You know, if we take our body, so outer body wall is there, then inner side digestive tract is there, right? So between these two there is a space or cavity is there. This is so called as coelom. So the cavity or the space which is present between this body wall and the alimentary canal or digestive tract is known as coelom. Understand? So this coelom is actually, it is formed from the germinal layers. So in the previous class we learned there is three germinal layer is there for the embryo, that is ectoderm, endoderm as well as mesoderm, right? So this body cavity is formed from the mesoderm layer. Understand? Okay. So here as per the presence or absence of this coelom, the animals will be classified as three. Understand? So let us go on this. So the first one is acoelomates. Means of course you can understand there is no coelom. There is no body cavity is there for these animals. What do you mean by this? There is no space is there between this body wall and the digestive system. The body is compact. Understand? Example, this type of coelom is present or there is no coelom for this organisms like Platyhelminthes, phylum Platyhelminthes. Example, flatworms, right? Okay. The next one is pseudocoelomates. Pseudocoelomate means this, here they said coelom is there but it is not a real coelom, right? So this epithelial tissue of this mesodermal layer is formed as a pouches. There is no specific cavity is there. The mesodermal layer is formed as a pouch. That's why they said it is this false coelom. So false word only here it is mentioned as pseudo, right? So that's why this coelom is known as a pseudocoelomate. Example, this kind of coelom is present for the phylum Ascalminthes. The first one Platyhelminthes, second one Ascalminthes. Example we can say roundworms, right? And the third one is eucoelomate, means it's a real coelom. So here the coelom will be formed from the mesodermal layer. So here there will be the cavity between the body wall and the digestive system, right? So this is classified as two subclasses, that is schizocoelomates and enterocoelomates. As per the formation of the coelom it is classified. That details we can see for the next slides. Fine. So eucoelomate is again classified as schizocoelomates as well as enterocoelomate. So schizocoelomate type is present in annelids, arthropods as well as mollusks phylums. Okay. Then enterocoelomate coelom is present in echinoderms, hemichordates as well as for chordates. Is it clear? Let us go on clearly. Fine. So the first one is acoelomates. So as we said, the embryo consists of 3 germinal layers. So in the previous class we said the embryo consists of 3 germinal layers. What are the 3 layers? Outer ectoderm, middle mesoderm, and the inner one is endoderm. Right? So from this mesodermal layer only we said this coelom will be formed. Right? So here outer ectoderm is there, middle mesoderm is there, and the innermost endoderm is there. In the center one is a gut in the sense it's alimentary canal. Right? Here in this mesodermal layer, there is no cavity is formed. There is no space or there is no cavity is there between this ectoderm and this endoderm. Right? That's why the body will be without coelom. So the body will be as a solid form because there is no cavity. Understand? Okay. So this type of this coelom means acoelomate is present in phylum Platyhelminthes. Example, we can say flatworms. Fine. Okay. The next one is pseudocoelomates. So pseudocoelomates means we can say the outermost layer is ectoderm and the center one is they marked as a gut cavity, and so middle what will be there, mesoderm as well as this endoderm will be there here, and mesoderm they marked as this unlined body cavity, pseudocoel around the gut means around the gut region. Mesodermal layer is formed as a pouches. It's not a clear cavity. That's why they said it is as pseudocoelomates. Fine? Right. This is the third one, that is eucoelomates. Means it is clearly mentioned here. This cavity is exactly present. Right? So look at the figure. The outer layer is this ectoderm and the middle layer is this mesoderm and this inner layer is this endoderm, right? And so endoderm is marked as in yellow color. Inside there is a cavity, inside the space, that is his gut, actually digestive system. Can you watch the coelom which is present between this ectoderm and this endoderm? So there is a cavity, right? Coelom is present. So that is real coelom and it is present for this annelids onwards, phylum annelids onwards, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata, Chordata. For everything, this real coelom will be formed. So this coelom is formed from the mesodermal layer. The cavity is present. Is it clear? So this is the type of this eucoelomates we said, real coelom. So how the classification is made? Because from this formation of this mesodermal layer, how this cavity will be formed, as per that they are classifying into two, as schizocoelomate as well as enterocoelomates. So here they said this mesoderm layer is splitting. So the mesodermal layer, the first diagram, it is marked in red color, is a mesodermal layer. It is splitting and forming as a coelom. That coelom is known as a schizocoelomate, right? So the coelom forms by the splitting of this mesoderm is known as a schizocoelomate. Fine. The next one, enterocoelomates. Here what we said, in enterocoelomate also, what will be there? The red one is marked as a mesoderm. So this mesoderm is forming as a pouch, out pocketing. Can you note there? Ectoderm, endoderm and the mesoderm. So mesoderm out pocketing from this enterocoelom. Right? So here this mesoderm layer is forming as out pocket. This is known as enterocoelomates. Right? This out pocketing will be formed as a coelom. Is it clear? So that is the type of this coelomates, acoelomates, pseudocoelomates as well as eucoelomates. The eucoelomate is further classified into two, that is schizocoelomates as well as enterocoelomates. Understand? Okay. Let us go for the next one. So the next character is segmentation. Segmentation in the sense, In some animals, the body is externally or internally. Externally as well as internally. For some animals, it will be there only externally, or for some of the animals, it will be there externally as well as internally, divided into series of repeated units. Repeated units is known as a segmentation. If this repetition is same, we could say as the term as metamerism. Means the same or repetitive division is there, will be there for these organisms. For example, we could say, earthworm, this body will be divided as segments, will be in the same segment, similar segments will be there, right? So that we can say as metamerism. So here we can say the segmentation or the divisions will be there outside the body as well as it is leading to inside the body also. Is it clear? So that is one of the character. Another one we can say, the second one is cockroach. Here also the body is divided. The divisions are there, but segments are there. Here it is unequal in size, or the segments are not leading inside the body, right? That is two different category. So as per this segmentation character also, the animals will be classified. Segmented animals or non-segmented animals also there. Even for segmented animals also, metamery character also there, non-metamerism also there. Understand? Okay. The next one is this notochord. So what do you mean this notochord? It may be the new term for you. Notochord means, again we can come to the embryo. So as we said, that from these three germinal layers only, all the body parts or organs will be developed, right? So this is, I have displayed one of this embryo structure here. Can you note here, there is one red color is marked as this one rod like structure, a red color structure. It is marked as notochord. Okay, what do you mean this notochord? This notochord is formed during this embryonic stage. This notochord only will be developed as a backbone for chordates, higher chordates. For some of the organisms, this notochord, even for kingdom Animalia, this notochord will be as a notochord for throughout this life. But for higher chordates or higher kingdom Animalia group, we can say this notochord will be converted as a backbone. Understand? So as per the presence or absence of this notochord, the animals will be classified as two, that is chordates as well as non-chordates, right? So let us see the classification. So notochord types. So as per the presence or absence of this notochord, the organisms will be classified into two. The animals will be classified into two, that is chordates as well as non-chordates. So chordates means these organisms possess this notochord. Non-chordates, there is no notochord will be available. Understand? So the first one, chordates means we can say cephalochordates, urochordates, and the classes species, amphibians, reptiles, aves and mammals. So all these animals alone consist of this notochord. Understand? During the embryonic stage, it will be as a notochord, but when they develop, it will become as a backbone. Do you get me? Okay. But non-chordates, this notochord will not be there. Example, Porifera, phylum Porifera to Hemichordata means Porifera, Coelenterata, Platyhelminthes, Aschelminthes, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata, Chordata. Chordata only the first type. Actually, chordata will be classified into three that we will learn later. That is hemichordata, cephalochordata as well as urochordata. For hemichordata, there is no backbone, right? Or there is no chordates. I mean notochord. But cephalochordates in the first one, cephalochordates and the urochordates, there is a notochord. Understand? So simply we could say, if the organisms possess this notochord, we can say as chordates. If it is absent, we can say as non-chordates. Fine? Okay. So the basis of classification almost we have covered. as per which characters the animals will be classified. Okay, so 6 characters we have learned still, right? Okay, so this is another one topic we have to go through today, that is kingdom Animalia classification, one outline. Understand, whatever we have learned, as per that one kingdom Animalia classification outline is given, right? Just simple it is, just we can go through. So for example, the first column it is mentioned kingdom. So which kingdom we are going to learn, we are learning by today, that is kingdom Animalia. So it is one of the multicellular organisms, am I right? Multicellular. Okay, then as per the levels of organization, it will be the Animalia, kingdom Animalia will be classified into 2. What are the 2? First one, cellular level of organization, and this rest we can say as tissue level of organization, organ level of organization, as well as organ system level of organization, right? So so far whatever characters we learn, as per this one outline they have given. Is it clear? Okay, so see the first character, levels of organization. As per that, this kingdom Animalia will be classified into 2, that is cellular level as well as tissue level, organ system level, right? So as we said already, this cellular level is present only for the phylum Porifera. Is it clear? Phylum Porifera. Okay, rest of this all the phylums. You have to know one thing. First of all, you have to know about this all the phylum names. Hope you may learn in the lower class. All the phylums names you must to know, right? Then only you will get this further details, right? So phylums, first phylum is actually unicellular organisms, that is a phylum Protozoa. All other things is Porifera, Coelenterata, Ctenophora, Platyhelminthes, Aschelminthes, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata, Hemichordata as well as Chordata. Right? So these all the phylums names you must know. Is it clear? So okay. So among this, the first phylum Protozoa, all the unicellular organisms. Kingdom Animalia onwards, it is a multicellular organisms. Understand? Okay. Then let us go for the next character. It is symmetry. Okay, so listen. So as per the levels of organization, we said tissue level, organ system level. So this group is somewhat vast, right? So only except Porifera, all other phylum is included here. That's why this group is again further classified as per the symmetry. So what are the symmetry? Radial symmetry as well as bilateral symmetry. Basically two symmetry. Radial symmetry as well as bilateral symmetry. Right. So radial symmetry is seen in this phylums Coelenterata as well as Ctenophora. Is it clear? Okay. Rest everything belongs to bilateral symmetry. Understand? So again this group is vast. The number of organisms or species is vast. That's why this bilateral symmetry is again classified as 3 based on the next character, that is coelom. Right? So how could they classified here? The first one acoelomate, the second one pseudocoelomate, and the third one coelomates. Right? Okay. Then so the first one acoelomates means we can say just now we have explained this acoelomate is present in the phylum Platyhelminthes. Pseudocoelomate present in the phylum Aschelminthes. Example, roundworms. Right. Then true coelom, rest all other phylums belongs to true coelomates, or it is as eucoelomates. So what are the phylums? Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata, Hemichordata as well as Chordata. Understand? So this is the outlook of this, or one outline of regarding this classification of kingdom Animalia. Understand? So hope you understood the classification of this kingdom Animalia. So let us go on few assignments regarding today's portion. Fine. So the first question, what are acoelomates? So what are acoelomates? If there is no coelom, no body cavity is formed from the mesodermal layer is known as acoelomates. What are pseudocoelomates? The coelom will be there, but this mesodermal layer will be formed as a pouches. Is known as pseudocoelomates. Fine. And what are the types of eucoelom? Chisocoelomate as well as enterocoelomates. Am I right? Chisocoelomates as well as enterocoelomates. Okay. The next question. Differentiate chisocoelomate as well as enterocoelomate. What is the difference between these two? Chisocoelomate means the coelom is formed from the splitting of mesodermal layer. Is known as chisocoelomates. But what do you mean enterocoelomates? Here the coelom is formed from the outpocketing of mesodermal layer. Is known as enterocoelomates. Understand? Okay. Then next question is give the classification of kingdom Animalia. So classification in the sense the overall classification we can view the outer line, and if you go through this one you can classify this kingdom Animalia easily. Either it will be asked as any 3-mark question or 5-mark question also, right? Okay, so hope you can complete this today's portion here, and please watch these videos and make the notes and be prepared for every time. Understand? Stay home and stay safely and pray well. Okay, we can meet in the next class. Fine. Thank you.